It's a pretty darn cold morning here at Randfontein Training Establishment, North Rand, but it remains the only centre that has produced a Triple Crown winner, and three of them to boot. One of them back in 1999, the incomparable horse Chestnut, who of course won the Argus Guineas, and then he won the Classsic at Germiston, and then he won the Derby in scintillating fashion at Turffontein by an ever-increasing margin of 10 lengths. He of course was a son of Fort Wood. It then took 15 years to the son of Black Middlelouche. His name was Louis the King, not particularly fashionably bred, being out of a national emblem mare. And then 2 years later, a son of Go Deputy called Abashiri was able to bring home the booty for trainer Michael Azzi. Now, we can see ironically that Jeff Woodruff is currently leaving the track on this gloomy Saturday morning. One of his horses just run away and he's going to see if he can find him. Mathew de Kock happens to be right behind me at the moment with his father Michael in Saudi Arabia, and Michael Azzi, who starts so early, has already gone home. But the reality is that fashion certainly might be a little bit more prevalent as far as the fillies are concerned, with Galileo's daughter Igugu having been the only Triple Tiara here from Randfontein. Of course, the legendary Ormond Ferraris trained a Triple Tiara winner. Her name was Cherry on the Top, and she was by Tiger Ridge out of a Fort Wood mare for Bridget Oppenheimer. And it is indeed that family that has the favourite for the Triple Tiara, and her name is Summer Pudding. She's a daughter of Silvana out of Cherry on the Cake, who's a half-sister to Cherry on the Top, very much alive as far as the family is concerned. So the three people that we're going to chat to today with regard to the chances of their charges in the forthcoming Classsic on the 7th of March. First of all, Sean Tarry, who is the trainer of the first leg of the Triple Crown, and his name is Ikigai. He's a son of Vercingetorix, himself a son of Silvano, and he's also got the Dingaans winner in the race, who should be a big force to be reckoned with. Got two very decent fillies, which we'll talk about in due course. Team de Kock have certainly got very strong hands, even though they cannot win the Triple Crown or the Triple Tiara. And finally, we'll chat to Tony Peter, in the absence of his father, who's down replenishing stock down in Cape Town. So that is the road to the Triple Crown and the Triple Tiara 2020.
Yeah, I think nice to have two horses like this going into the Classsic. It's well known that Shango had an interrupted preparation due to a temperature, which he was forced to be scratched from his last engagement. Yeah, we've done what we can to make a plan B. He is a little bit of a disadvantage, but he will have his final gallop on Saturday, and I'm sure that'll bring him exactly to where we need him to be. And Ikigai, I mean, everything's gone really smoothly. Yeah, we've had to change his prep a little bit, keeping in mind that we are possibly going to go a lot further. And yeah, he's in the pink of health.
So just with a little bit of good fortune, you might be in a position where you could win all three legs of the Triple Crown, even if it's not with the same horse.
Yeah, well, let's put it this way. I seem to have two horses that are capable of getting the job done, and yeah, we need a little bit of luck. We need these temperatures that are going around to avoid certain horses, and yeah, hopefully they'll be competitive in both the Classsic and the Derby.
Obviously, Sean, you've got a very strong hand in the fillies races as well, notwithstanding the fact that you're obviously not able to win the Triple Tiara, but you're certainly going to be there for picking up any of the pieces, if not winning the Classsic.
Yeah, I've got two nice fillies. I think Keep Smiling, although the blinkers have helped her to race, she started to travel a bit too well in those blinkers, and that's maybe why we didn't see her rounding off those two plate races over the 2000. She just travelled a bit too sweetly. Yeah, I think she should get the 1800 on what I've seen, and there's two lines of form that she hasn't been far off the Guineas winner. So a nice outsider to have in the race, and if the blinkers coming off help her to be more effective over the trip, then I think she will be thereabouts. And Victoria Page, I thought she was quite unlucky in her last run. Not to say that she would have won, but she would have taken it to the wire. A lot of traffic problems, once again drawn poorly. However, she's had a lovely prep, and she wouldn't surprise me if she had to win it.
Just touching very briefly on the work that we saw this morning. It's not often that we get the opportunity to come and film them doing their grass workouts. Were you happy this morning?
Specifically with Colts and Phillies Classic runners, yes, I was very pleased.
Keep smiling today. Could you just explain to us who she worked with and what you were expecting of her?
Well, she worked with Wondrous Climber, however the gallop went array because they both started sticking up at different parts of the gallop where it was supposed to be from the 1400. It only actually started from the 1100. So it wasn't really what I wanted to see, but was enough to get her fitness levels up.
And there was probably a lot to like about the way the Victoria Page worked.
Yeah, Victoria Page did gallop very nicely. The stable companion is obviously not at the same level that she's at, but when asked the question, she went through the gears very smoothly, and yeah, I certainly was happy with that.
And Ikigai, obviously, he worked with a horse that's a year older than him, but a horse that you do think highly of, and he is in really good form.
Yeah, a couple of years older than him. He's just 1, 2 out of 3, and his rating's over 100. So, yeah, he galloped very nicely and quickened up, as we know he always does at the right time in the gallop, and exactly was what I was looking for. So, yeah, he should be right on track for where he needs to be from a fitness point of view.
Obviously, Sean Tarry is the only person that could possibly win it, even though it looks like Ikigai might not go for the derby, and Summer Pudding could possibly go all the way. What's Team de Kock got in the offing for the second 2 legs on the 7th of March?
Yeah, we got a strong hand. Frosted Golds, he's run some good races over a mile. 1800 is a little bit of a stretch and a worry, but he didn't seem to be stopping last time out. And then Marshall, bit of an enigma at this stage. He's a horse that shows us a lot at home. Disappointed in his last run, but it was second run after a rest, so could have been slightly flat. But his gallop on Tuesday was exceptional again, so I'm not discounting him. He's a smart horse. And then in the fillies race, we got Virtuosa. She looked a winner at 400 out last time. Callan just probably went a little soon on her, so he knows her very well this time around. I wouldn't discount her chances of running into the money. And then Pomanda is an Oaks filly. I think she's a massive runner when it comes to that race. We threw her into this race because we wanted to see if she cracked the draw, we would take our chances. She's drawn 10. So I think she's not without a shout, but she's definitely more comfortable over the Oaks distance.
And as far as Virtuosa are concerned, would 18 be more to her liking if given a more patient ride?
I don't see it being a problem, but you definitely have to be very patient on her. I think as soon as you set her light, she gives it to you all in an instance. But yeah, if you're watching the replay last time, she had the field off the bits at the top of the straight. So very patient ride. I think she's got a place chance.
What can you tell us about Summer Pudding since the courageous win in the Guineas?
Yeah, she's come on a lot. We left her a little bit short of work, and with all the rain delays in between, she wasn't at her peak. Left a bit of meat on the bone. She's tightened up a lot with the run, and she's doing well at home. Please God, everything can go right from now till the race. She's got a bit of a wideish draw, but we've got the master on top, and let's see what he can do.
And obviously Julie Alexander made a statement when she was chatting to her dad that this filly has crept into the hearts of race goers. She's got something special about her. She's got that X factor.
Yeah, I've never worked with a filly with a temperament like this. She's unbelievable, and she's just short of talking. It's like she understands you, and she's just such an amazing filly to work with, and she's got such amazing owners, and it's just a dream to work with a filly of this caliber, and very thankful and grateful.
So the whole full Monty's there to continue on her way to this Triple Tiara that her relation Cherry on the top was able to achieve.
Yeah, she shouldn't have any stamina doubts. Warren seems to think the further she goes, the better she'll be. She got a nice laid-back temperament about her, so she's got all the attributes. Please God, come the 7th, she's ready to rock and roll.
Well, in the absence of your dad, it's always nice to chat to you, so thank you on behalf of the fans out there to the Paul Peter Yard for insight into what might happen this weekend and next weekend.
Thank you. We've got to help the punters where we can, and the public are passionate about the game, and if you can help a little bit, it might go a long way.